Chinchillas, chinchillas. Everybody's talking about chinchillas, chinchillas. No Eskimos.
Good morning, America. It's Friday morning.
Woo!
And all I got to say is,
What?
what the fuck?
Ah! That's all he's got to say. Yep. Welcome to the Dynamite Gizmo podcast, everyone. Episode 179. 179. 179? What? Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me, brother. Don't you goddamn fuck with me, brother. I don't know what's going on. Okay, my world's in a crumb. I'm living on a crumb. I'm like, have you ever seen Horton Hears a Who? I'm like one of the Who villains. I'm living on a crumb. We're all living on a crumb. The earth is a crumb. In the universe, the earth is a crumb, and we are all living on it, and we think it's so big, but it's so small, and we are so small, and we are nothing, and we are meaningless. And you think because you can't afford okay, that your life's in shambles. Well, let me tell you something, my friend. Within 80 years, you're going to be dead unless we come up with some technology to allow us to live forever. And if that happens, then guess what? We're going to be miserable. Oh, we're going to be so miserable. Do you want to live forever? The thing is, if we live forever, we're probably going to implement some sort of technology to allow our brains to process information in a different way, so that we don't have to live with anxiety and depression for an eternity. That would be hell. We're creating our own hell. By allowing humans to live forever, for eternity, we're creating our own hell. Is that the meaning of life? Is that what we've been striving for? We're just all heading into this black hole, into this abyss together. We're all fucked. Every one of us. Even you, Gregory. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Gregory. Gregory, I'm calling you out, Gregory. I know you're watching right now, Gregory. Listen, folks. Here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you what's on the card, but you'll find out anyway because we'll talk about it. I was supposed to flick it there, but I didn't. There's nothing on here, really. There's 4 ticks. I did not prepare for this episode at all, but you know what? I didn't prepare for the last episode, and it didn't turn out too bad, so if I don't prepare for this episode, who knows what'll happen? Who knows? I'm also not filming it on the right day. There's the sniffles again. Once I start talking a lot, the boogers start to come. Okay? That's just how my fucking face works. If I talk too much, my nose runs. That's why I don't talk. That's why I don't talk, people. If you're wondering, it's because my nose runs. If there's any doctors out there, tell me why this happens. When I talk consistently, constantly, with no spaces, my nose runs. Give me a tissue, doctor. Janice is still being her classical self, giving me these empty mugs. You know, like it's been every episode now. Like, there's no surprises here. There was no surprise last episode. There was no surprise the episode before that. She just doesn't fill my mug. And, you know, the actual... The thing is, There's really nothing in this house to fill this mug with. I could fill it with water or milk. That's all I got. I don't got any more juice. I don't got any more sody pops. There is beer, but I'm not drinking a beer at 9:52, 37, 38, 39 seconds a.m. in the morning. Okay? I was supposed to film this episode yesterday, but I got a little distracted. Usually I film on the Saturday, edit on the Sunday. Unless I'm doing a guest episode, then it gets filmed whenever the fuck we work it out. I wish I could redo the two-tone episode. It was a great opportunity, and I fucked it up. I could have done better, but I was in too much of a shitty mood. Let's leave this right here. Let's put the coaster right here. That's a filthy coaster. The whole point of a coaster is to catch the filth. But when the bottom of the coaster's got filth on it, you're making it more of a mess. This coaster also has a hole in the middle of it. Because it's supposed to, represent a vinyl record. So it's got a hole in the middle. But that's no fucking good. What's a coaster? What good is a coaster with a hole in it? And for those Zoomers, those are the youngins, right? Listen, you young fucks. You're out there saying to yourself, what the fuck's a coaster? What is a coaster? It looks like a circle to me. That's because it is a circle, you fucking twat. It's a circle that catches the residue from your sloppy mouth when the fluid drips down the cup. And rather than leaving a ring around the table, it leaves a ring around the coaster. What the fuck is this podcast? What is this podcast? Coasters? You ever notice, like, when you drink something, like you know, and then you pull it away from your mouth, there's a drip. I've always hated that drip. Everyone always lets it run down the cup, and they leave a ring on the table. Why? Why do you let that happen? People don't care. I care too much. So my technique is I drink, and as I'm pulling away, I rub my lip across the surface like this. You see, I rub my lip across the surface. Like that. That's how I finish every time I'm done drinking. Because it wipes the drip away. So you can put it on the table without a coaster, and it doesn't leave a goddamn ring. Why am I talking about this? But I also have squared cups. And the square cups, if you drink from the corner, you don't get a dribble, I don't think. Or you don't have to wipe to the side, you can just wipe up. So you pull it away easy. This is fucking stupid. Okay, I keep trying to put this back over there, but since I have this empty space here, I'm just going to leave the mug here so you can look at it. Because normally I have an extra keyboard and a magic mouse here that I can finagle with. But that's gone because someone stole it. They came in here and they're like, what should I take today? What shall I take today? What shall I take today? What shall I take? And they took my keyboard and my magic mouse and they left like a couple of bandits. Man on the run. Man on the run. I just licked that. Okay. Take a look at our screen, fuckers. Here's today's lineup. Now, the last couple episodes, my screen recording software did not record the screen. I mean, it did the entire time, but then when I hit save and end recording, it decided to just go, nope. We're just going to pretend that nothing happened. It didn't give me a warning. It didn't say corrupted file. It didn't say error. It was just like hit save and end recording, and then it just went boop. And I'm like, okay, where's the video? There's nothing. There was nothing. So if that happens again to this episode, I'm going to shit bricks for one. But for two, I'm going to have to find a new screen recording software. And I don't want to. I don't want to. It's already my second one. All right? I'm going to have to do some research and be like, what is the best one? What's the one that's not going to fuck up on me? And the internet's going to be like, try this one. And I'll try that one. And it'll be so superior. And then I'll be like, why didn't I just use this from the beginning? You know, I barely have enough equipment as it is, but one of these days I'll have a whole fucking studio, and we'll be fucking Mr. Bombastic to make you fantastic. It wanna wiki wanna zero woo woo. Here's our lineup. Now I know there is enough room to space these videos apart, but if I do, it will spoil the content. So I just have them squished together a bit. This is going to be a new thing. I'm going to show you the lineup of TikToks that we have to watch. Now, today's episode, we don't have very many. And actually 3 of them are simply just Nostalgia City, which we're going to go through right now. Because I was supposed to transition from the Pippi Longstocking theme song to this, but I fucked it up. Because remember when I was saying someone came in and stole my keyboard, and I was like, "What shall I steal today? What shall I steal today?" Okay, that's in the tone, I guess. Is that the right word? It's in the same. It's the fucking Pippi Longstocking theme song. Okay. What shall I? Let's listen to it. Why don't we do that? Since we got nothing else planned here. I hate that my keyboard is like a mile away now, so I gotta reach. How do you spell Pippi Longstocking? Pippi. There it is. I didn't even have to finish the word. You know why? Oh, let me click it. Because my your computer listens to you. I need the theme song. Theme song. You guys remember Pippi Longstocking? What shall I do today? Is this going to get me copyright claimed? It might. But was this a Canadian show? I don't even know. Wow, this brings back memories, brother. She's a real person, right? She's based off a real person?
What shall I do today? What shall we do today? What shall I do today? What shall I do?
What shall I do?
I'd start a new adventure.
Uh-huh.
Jumping on my bed.
On your bed.
Pick up Mr. Nilsson.
Nilsson.
Horse above my head.
That's right, she lifts horses.
Spread magic everywhere. I can skate around the kitchen, flip pancakes in the air. We'll do handsprings in the classroom. We'll do anything I want. Villa Coola is waiting for us. What shall I do today? What shall we do today? What shall I do today?
Okay, I had enough. It's almost over.
What shall I do today?
It's only a minute long. I mean,
What shall I do today? What shall I do?
what shall I do? Pippi? Astrid Lindgrens. You remember that show? God, I remember that show like it was yesterday. I was a child. I watched it. I watched the fuck out of that show. I remember being at my grandmama's house and throwing on the television, YTV usually, and that would play. That would be on. I'm like, I'm watching Pippi Longstocking today. I never really liked the show. It was all right. There's better ones, but you see, when you grew up in the era I did, you watched what was on. Okay, yes, we had computers, but there wasn't even YouTube. YouTube didn't come around until 2005. All right, there was awesome videos or whatever, what it was called. Stupid videos. That's what it was. Stupid videos. Does that website still exist? We should check that. I'm getting distracted left, right, and center. like a person with ADD or ADHD or something, or AD double NC NAACP. What was I gonna do? Stupid videos. Stupid videos. .com. Doesn't look like it exists anymore. Is this it? Yeah, the website doesn't exist anymore, does it? Click the link, brother. Okay, yeah, it's just not gonna load. Here, look. This is the intro for Stupid Videos. Tell me if you remember.
Stupid videos.
You remember that? This was before YouTube, people.
Stupid videos.
If you know, you know. Okay?
Stupid videos.
That was the original YouTube. And I'm not joking. That is what we all went on before YouTube existed. And then once we discovered YouTube, it was a game changer. The whole fucking internet changed. But before that, it was just a simple website called Stupid Videos. And there was, I'm pretty sure I've showed this on the podcast before, but there was one of the first viral videos ever was milk and cereal. Milk and cereal, cereal and milk. Milk and cereal, cereal and milk. Cereal and milk. I miss those days. It was filmed on a webcam. Kids on tricycles crashing into dumpsters. Cats falling off trees. You know, the simple stuff. You know what else I used to watch as a young child? This show here. It's called Little Bear. Do you remember this shit? It was a tiny video. This song makes me want to cry. I can't cry. Ah! Oh God! It's so sad. It's sad because it's nostalgic, okay? It's nostalgia. It gets you right in the throat. It tickles you right where you don't want it to. It's like, hey, you remember this? You remember this? You fucking remember this? Huh? Remember all those memories of when you were a child? Playing with Play-Doh and catching bugs outside. Honey, remember that shit? You fucking idiot. I can use this mouse. Don't you remember that shit? Oh, God. At what age do you stop reminiscing about your childhood? Does it ever happen? It probably happens when you start getting dementia and Alzheimer's. Old timers. That's what we used to call it. Yeah, there's Reginald. He's got old timers. He can barely remember what day it is. Because old people got it. So it was old timers. Alzheimer's. Old timers. Klein, Ethan Kleiners. Ethan Kleiners. That's what you call... No, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Okay, people, we're about to run out of cards. These are my last 3 cards, and someone wrote on this one. Someone came into my house and they were like, I need to take a note. So they grabbed one of my fucking note cards and wrote on here. And what does it say? Measure... I can't even read it because it's in cursive. I can read cursive. I can write cursive, okay? I'm not like you fucking Zoomers out there. But this is sloppy handwriting. So I don't know what the fuck this says. I got 3 cards left, basically 2, because one's written on, and I don't have any more, so I gotta go buy some. Hopefully I can get some in town. I live in a small town. You ever watch an old western? Where, like, you walk into town and there's, like, the general store, the saloon, a clothing store, like a tailor, and then, like, a doctor's office, and then a few houses. That's basically the town I live in, all right? And it is in the West, the Wild Wild West. There is cowboys out here, lots of them, too many, and farmers and oil field workers. It's like I'm in the 1800s, basically living here. So, when I say hopefully they have these cards in town, I literally only have one option. I have one place I can go to get those cards, and if they don't have it, then guess what? Amazon it is. Amazon it is. But you see, you can live in a small town like this and still know what's going on in the world because of the internet. I just swallowed all that phlegm. That was in my nose. I swallowed it all. Why is it so hard to swallow phlegm? Is it because it's like sticking to your insides? I don't know. Let's get a little more nostalgic. Remember this shit?
This is an art attack? This is an art attack. This is Art Attack!
Whoa! Art Attack! Look at those motion graphics, dude. Wow, that's impressive. Wow! Art Attack! You remember that show? That's another great one. Posted by user 69452907199955. Like, aren't we past that point? Like, don't people know better than to... Oh, they're making a joke. I see, because this is their actual ad. The Nostalgia Gia Trip. Or maybe they're not. I don't know. If they're doing it ironically funny, then that's good stuff. But if they're being serious, then don't make that your username ever, 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 unless it's a joke. How do you feel about nostalgia? Some people don't like it. Some people aren't nostalgic at all. They're like, I could give a fuck about my childhood. And some people have a shitty childhood. Like a really, really, really shitty childhood. And my childhood wasn't the greatest. There was a lot of difficult times. But the nostalgia I connect to is the moments where it was like really good. Mostly when I would hang out with my friends. Those nostalgic memories. Children who grow up without friends turn into serial killers. And that's a fact. We're all going to be serial killers one day. If we don't get off our couch. I mean, remember this guy?
If you just sit, your gut will be blue. If you sit and sit, you'll turn to goo. You gotta balance food and activity.
Working together for body positivity. Oh, body electricity? I thought it was positivity. That was quick. That was 11 seconds. We need to listen to that again.
If you just sit, your gut will be blue. If you sit and sit, you'll turn to goo. You gotta balance food and activity. Working together
for body electricity. Yeah! You remember that shit? I didn't even have to... like, when I saw this on TikTok, I got 1 second in.
If
less than 1 second in, and I was already the lyrics came to fruition. Because, like I said, when you're a child, you have to watch what's on TV. There was nothing else to watch. It was on TV. You could watch what's on TV, or you could pop a VHS tape in, because DVDs weren't really that popular yet. They did exist, but like, it was kind of, if you had a DVD player, you were like a rich kid. Okay? So, so you would just watch what's on TV, because you already ran through all your movies, all your VHS tapes. So you watch TV. And then the thing is, when you'd watch TV, and I don't know if it's still like this, it probably is, you have to watch the same commercials over and over and over again. Sometimes they would play the same commercial twice in the same run of commercials. You would see this, then you would see like Cheerios, then you would see Transformers ad, and then it would go back to this one, and then another ad, and then you would get back to the show. And then on the next commercial break, it would be the same run of commercials. You would just, and then you would have to watch this twice every time. So this shit got drilled into your head. It's really, really, really insane that we let this happen. It's brainwashing. And I'm not saying this message is a bad message. It's a good message. But, like, think of the possibilities they could do with this. Maybe that's why we're a fucked up generation. Because they'd put something in the TV, in the commercials. And maybe this is not new news to you. You're probably screaming at me right now saying, yeah, you fucking idiot. Wake the fuck up. It's been happening for fucking millennia. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Working together for body electricity. Yeah. So last episode, when my screen capture device didn't work, because it not only captures the computer visually, the computer screen visually, it captures the computer audio. So every time I hit a sound bite, it's frozen.
Carol fucking basket.
Every time I hit a sound bite,
Oompa Loompa body ass bitch!
every time I hit a sound bite, every time I hit a sound bite,
It's been
sound bite, it wouldn't record the soundbite audio, so I had to manually put in the sound bites afterwards. And I had to re-record everything individually. It was a pain in my dildo. And I didn't even put in all the sound bites I did, because, like, you press it, I don't even know which ones I press. Like, so it sucks. When the screen cap doesn't work, it fucks everything up, okay? The audio from this can stop recording, but I still have the computer audio to work from and the audio from my cell phone. Now, it won't be as good. It'll sound a bit shitty, but at least it's something, And if my camera dies, or something happens, runs out of space, then at least I still have the audio from both devices to work from, so it'll be just an audio podcast. All right? But when the screen capture device doesn't work, then it's like, I got no visual and no audio, so, like, what the hell? I don't have a backup. I need a backup. But I don't got the money to allow for a backup. There's so many more things I need to make this podcast the way I want it, but I can't afford any of it, so it's got to stay this way. Which this way is fine, but to make it easier on me and to make it more efficient, there's so much more shit that I need. So much more shite. Hanukkah. Hanukkah. Oh. I cough. I'm trying to prevent the cough. That's what I'm doing. If you've watched these podcasts, you know I smoke the weed. And when I smoke the weed, I cough. So to prevent the cough, I make little grunting noises. Okay? Oh. So guess what, folks? Remember I said YouTube isn't going to do Rewind this year? And did I mention Mr. Beast should do it? Well, guess what? He's doing it. Since YouTube isn't making a Rewind this year, I'm going to. If any other creators want to help, just let me know. So Jacksepticeye, please make it cringy. I miss the old cringy Rewinds. Matt Pat, oh, that's hot. Keemstar, down. Keemstar, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, you're down, all right. Colin and Samir, not sure who they are. Chris, that's, his buddy, I guess. Dream, look, Dream's showing up again. Who the fuck is this Dream guy? I've been seeing this goddamn son of a bitch everywhere. He won't stop. It's like everyone knows him. Like he just came out of nowhere. Who is he? He plays Minecraft. Like this is like a diabolical channel. A diabolical channel. Just like, what the fuck is it? What is that channel called? Why can't I think of it? How To Basic, okay? It's a creation. YouTubers created it just because they knew what the algorithm wanted. They knew what the algorithm craved. It was just created because they knew it was going to get views. It's just a simple concept, and it's... You know what I'm trying to say. Carson. Anyway, we get the idea, alright? Mr. Beast is doing Rewind this year. What else is on here? Nothing. I've got nothing. Oh, no, I don't have nothing. So some sad news. Some sad news at Disneyland. We all said it shouldn't have been reopened up because of COVID, and they just didn't listen. They were just like, we're not making any money, and in order for this paradise to stay afloat, we gotta fire this shit back up. And they did. They fired it up, and guess what? November 12th, 2020, 9:38 a.m., Disneyland tweeted, Piglet drowned last night. I mean, it's a real shame. It's a real shame to see such an innocence die so young. I mean, Piglet, of all the people, Piglet had to go and drown. Piglet's dead. Can we have a moment of silence for Piglet? Shut up! This is a Piglet. We're giving a moment of silence for Piglet. I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Wow. Oh. Piglet, you're a good man. You're a good man. I'll be seeing you. Crowd gathers in Huntington Beach in protest of new COVID-19 curfew. COVID-19 curfew. Twitter sucks. Twitter's violent. Twitter's like the crack house of the internet, all right? YouTube's a nice safe space. It's fun, it's entertaining, everyone's actually nice to each other. Instagram's kind of a place you just go to like hang out and not really talk to anyone. You know? I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't really engage in the comments on Instagram. I do a little bit on YouTube, but everyone's nice. But then you go to Twitter, and it's like the whole idea of Twitter is to just talk to one another. So, you know, you go to Twitter, and it's like everyone's just like, fuck you fucking cocksucker. What the fuck is the matter with you? You're so stupid, you fucking loser. Oh, this guy's a fucking rapist and a pedophile. It's just like, oh my, wow. It's a bad place, but we all go there. We all go there. And then there's Facebook, which is just like the worst part of every single social media. You take the worst part of every social media and blend it into one. That's Facebook. I can't stand Facebook. I want it to burn to the ground. I don't want Facebook to exist anymore. It's not that you know, you could just say, well, just don't use it. No. No. I don't use it. Okay? I don't use Facebook. I hate it. The reason I don't want it to exist is because everyone else uses it. Everyone else uses Facebook. So it's ruining it's ruining everything. I don't like it. He needs to go. The boomers stepped in, all right? Because when Facebook first started, it was just the millennials that were using it. Okay? When it came out in, what was it, 2007 or something? I don't remember. We were like, what is this thing? It didn't even make sense. All right? It was like, what is this? Like a new version of MySpace? Why are we using this? And people were like, what is the wall? You can write on the wall? And remember poking? It was like, I'm going to poke you. It was just like a goofy thing. All right? We were like, this is kind of fun. This is goofy. It was goofy. It was not political at all. At all. It was just like a fun little toy that we could squeak. You know? And then our parents would look at it and be like, what is this? This makes no sense to me. All right? And then a decade and a half later, no. Well, maybe it was been, how long has it been? 20 years? 15 years? I don't even know, because I don't remember when Facebook started. All right? Now those parents that were looking at you like, what the fuck is this thing? They're now like the majority of the people on Facebook, and they still don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they're going on there and they're having arguments with each other. All right? They're thanking people for liking their posts because they don't understand what they're doing. And then they get all their goddamn information and news from there. It's just like, God. What are you doing, boomers? Get a grip. All right? You're not going to fit in. You're not going to fit in. You're too old. Get out of touch. Stick to what you know. Let the millennials take care of this, all right? And then eventually we're going to be the old ones, and you're going to be the dead ones. So when we're the old ones, we're going to know better. We're going to be like, let's let the Zoomers take this one. I don't know if that's even the right word. Millennial Z, or Generation Z, right? Zoomers? I don't know, dude. All these generations. Boomers, am I right? Remember when we used to scroll through Reddit? Remember that? See this avatar here? How do I show you my avatar? My profile. There it is. You see this? You see this little character here? You can make avatars on Reddit now. A few episodes ago, I made this avatar on this podcast. We just did it together, and that was one of the episodes where the screen capture device didn't work. So, guess what? You can't recreate that. That's something you can't recreate. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I'd have to, delete my avatar and start all over again. Like, to do the process again is just too not worth it. So I don't do it. I do not. And that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that, you cannot just recreate it. So when the screen capture device doesn't work, it pisses me off. Because I don't have a backup. And look at this. Saw this at the flea market today. It looks like a familiar face. That's fucking Ethan, dude. Yo, that's Ethan. And look at that titty on that girl. That's plump. That looks like a lemon. No, it looks like an orange with a lemon hump on it. Wow. That's a plump titty. What are people saying? Behold, Fupus Maximus Decimus Merida, yes. Wow, that seriously looks like Ethan. I hope they talk about this. Who else plays Mario? Oh, who else plays Mario Party games solo? I do. I feel alone doing that, lol. I want to know if people do it. I def do it. I'm going to comment that. I def do it. Oh, I know how to work Reddit. Oh my god. See? I'm a boomer. Yep. I'm a boomer. Should we do it today? I fucked up. Yeah, let's do it today. I fucked up. I don't even know what this one is. We're just going to jump right into it. Okay? Today I fucked up by not taking a second to think after my son came out to me. Uh-oh. This one's going to be juicy. My husband and I have always had an inkling that our son was on the LGBTQ spectrum. My son coming out to me was not a shock in the grand scheme of things. I went up to my son's room to ask what he wanted for Din. I knocked and went in. I was tired after work, and things weren't really registering. He just said, "Mom, I'm gay." For some reason, it just didn't register that he had just told me something so major for him. I don't know what part of my brain thought this was a good idea, but I just said, "Okay, do you want pizza for dinner?" What? It took a few minutes. It took a few minutes for me to realize what I said and that I did not react properly. I went back to him and apologized and gave him the whole "I love you just the same" spiel. And we laughed about my reaction. But I'm still so embarrassed and mad at myself. Definitely wasn't the way I had always planned to respond. Tilder, what does that mean? Was tired after work and said okay and offered my son pizza after he... Oh. She's just like correcting a sentence. What does that mean? See, you're probably saying to me, well, you're a fucking boomer if you don't know what TL semicolon DR means. What does it mean? TLDR is a common internet acronym for too long, didn't read. Why can't you just put a little star and then write what you corrected? That's what I do. Too long, didn't read. How would that make you feel if your mother did that to you? Hey, Mom, I'm gay. Okay. Do you want pizza for dinner? I wonder what the tone of her voice was when she did that. Because if she was like, okay, do you want pizza for dinner? Or she could have been like, okay, do you want pizza for dinner? You know? Or maybe, okay, do you want pizza for dinner? Or maybe she was like, okay, well, do you want pizza for dinner? Or what if she was like, oh, okay. Do you want pizza for dinner? You know? Because maybe maybe she said it in a way where he was like, uh-oh, she's pissed. She is pissed. Because when people change the subject right away, right then and there, it's like, oh. I wonder what it was like coming out as gay back in like the 70s or 60s. Your dad was like, what? What the fuck did you just say? You're gay. I'll show you gay. And then he'd shove a broomstick up your ass. You're like, you like that? Is that what you like? I gotta stop screaming. My neighbors are gonna freak out. They're gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with this guy up there? Up there. That's why I need my own place. I need like an open... I need a room in the middle of nowhere so I can just scream as loud as I want. Yeah, that's what y'all are looking for. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I looked at all the waves and I have charm. Okay, so we got 2 videos left. This video I'm going to show now. I'm not sure if I've shown this guy before. His name's Jimmy Cole. He's a Scotianer, a fellow Scotianer like myself. And he's from, like, really close to my hometown. I don't want to say what it is. Well, I'll say it. Glace Bay, I think. I think that's where he's from. Anyway, and I was from Sydney, Australia. No, Sydney, Nova Scotia. Huh? Did you know there was a Sydney in Nova Scotia? I bet you didn't. But there is, okay? And now this guy I'm about to show you is like an exact representation of what it's like living in Nova Scotia. This person, I know hundreds of people like this guy. I feel like this guy's in my family. He's so close to how my family acts. He's exactly the way my family acts in my hometown. Just like this. And so this is nostalgia for me. And I don't even know this guy. But he represents so much of what everyone is in Eastern Canada. And you don't realize this until you leave for 10 years. And then you look back and you see people show up like this in your feed, and you're like, oh my God. This is what it was. This is what it is. This is who people are.
Next time you do the toast, it's soggy, eh?
Well, it's because
He likes it burnt.
But it's because it's sitting there, Dad. I did do it.
The toast is like that because I'm sitting here. That won't make no fucking sense at all.
Yeah, I don't know why. He likes it burnt.
Dad, no, I meant.
That's soggy. I don't
Like the
I'm
one
not-
you made me should have went to him.
What I'm saying is.
No, every day you make it, it's fucking soggy.
I'm saying because it's sitting there.
No, it's not.
Now you're making it more soggy.
Hold on, you're complaining that it's soggy and you're dipping it in your milk.
Because I want to make it milky soggy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a video of this toast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty burnt.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Okay. Sorry, Dad.
See,
I'll try
see-
harder.
the thing is, all right, This is I miss this shit, dude. Because everyone's poor. Everyone's on welfare. No one has a job. Like, everyone's in it together. So everything you do just has to be humorous. You have to make a joke out of everything, but you also have to insult people at the same time while you're joking. It's such an integral part of staying sane out there. It's just what you do. You shit on each other, but in a comedic way, in a loving way, and it's so different than out here. Because you try to do that shit out here and people take it too seriously. Everyone's so serious out here. They're all a bunch of cowboys out in the ranch. I gotta give me some oil today. What are you, making a joke about work? Fuck you, buddy. Life's about work, not about fun. You know? And like, even if they proved him wrong about the toast, he's still gonna escalate his own argument about how it's soggy just to keep people laughing. And it gets to a point where you realize he knows that he's not telling the truth at this point, but it's still just part of the joke. If that makes any sense. And like when he said, I like it milky soggy, that was also a joke, but no one laughed. Yeah. The key is to stay serious face the whole time, and he does a great job at it. You know he's not actually upset. You know he's joking, but he's got this serious face on the entire time. Doesn't crack a smile. That's the key. It's so different out here. And like the fact that she calls her father Da, that is like every single person out there. It's Ma and Da.
Next time you do the toast,
Listen.
it's soggy, eh?
Well, it's because
Yeah, he likes it burnt.
But it's because it's sitting there, Da.
See?
I did do it.
That's home for me. And you're watching this thinking like, what is this? Who acts like this? Everyone out there. We got one final video. Okay. For those listening, this is it's a TikTok video response replying to a comment. The comment was, "Yo, is he barking and it's forcing the shit out? We need the video with no voice." So yes, this little, what kind of dog is this? I don't know. A little dog with a flat face. What do you call those things? Like little bulldogs, French bulldogs. I think that's what it is. Okay, he's at the groomer. He's in like the tub getting washed. And every time he barks, like a squirt of liquid shit comes out of his ass and it's hitting the wall behind him. So he's like painting the wall with these squirts of shit every time he barks. Every single time. Oh my god. Now here's what I'm wondering. Does this dog only do this when he's at the groomer? This is like a nervous reaction. You know how some dogs pee when they're nervous, little dogs? And so he only does this at the groomer? Or does this dog shit like this all the time? Like anytime he barks, does he shit? Because if that's the case, I couldn't handle that. You know? Maybe he wears a diaper when he's not at the groomer. Who knows? I would like to know more about this dog. If he does shit every time he barks, I'd have to get rid of that thing. Or fix it somehow. I don't know what I would do. But there's no way I would just let a dog shit all over my house like that every time I bark.
It's been.
I'm debating on whether or not I should do Christmas-themed episodes of the Dynamite Gizmo shitcast. Oh, now it's definitely frozen. Yeah, I don't know if I should do a Christmas episodes or not. You know? I don't really like Christmas. I don't have decorations and I don't want to get them. Oh, booger. I did not put the booger in my mouth. I am not Rudy Giuliani. I'm picking a hair off my lip. Did you see that Rudy Giuliani video? Where he blows his nose. He then folds the tissue or the handkerchief booger side out, grabs the boogers, wipes his mouth, and then wipes the snots all over his face. Let's watch that. We gotta watch that. We're watching that right now. Get in my way. Ow. Rudy. Ow. That hurt my thumb. My thumb is still healing and I hit the raw skin. Ow. Ow. My finger. Rudy Giuliani. Boogers. I know Michael Rappaport reposted.
Yo, I can't believe this shit. Check it out. So let's ignore the fact.
Let me full screen this bad boy.
That nobody's wearing masks because you know that shit's imaginary. Yo, watch my man's over here. Yo, takes out the handkerchief, blowing his nose, takes it booger side in, smears his hands all over it, wipes it into his lips, all over his face.
Yeah.
Son, he's wiping snot all over his face, smearing his hands into it.
Yeah.
Looks like
That's how we do it. What, you wipe your nose differently? I saw Borat too. It's alright. That's it for this episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you at all, even if just a slight part of you was like, this was kind of okay. Okay? I know this is a shit cast, but you hit that bell notification, and you hit that like, and you hit subscribe right now. Or I'm gonna send Gregory after you. You think I forgot about you, Gregory? I never forget. Bye, everyone. Bye.